Zankoku again, and it's that time of the week. Time for another Sunday walk. Where, that sun. I'm gonna be switching up. That sunlight, oh man. It is a high UV index day, and so got myself all sunscreened up, and also got a bit of the old bug repellent, because just want to avoid getting eaten alive. Though honestly, it's a beautiful day today. It is not very hot, though in the sun exposure it does warm up a bit, but there's a slight cool breeze, but there are very few clouds in the sky. As I make my way toward the usual place, and it is nice and convenient to have those trails within walking distance of my house. I am very fortunate. I realize how fortunate I am that I live in a nice neighborhood, that I have access to such places. So, it's really cool. I'm really thankful for that. Things could be a lot worse. No people. I know it's such a nice night. A whole lot of people are here. We're out and about. Which is good. It means that not only is it a nice neighborhood, it's a safe neighborhood. People can walk around, not be afraid of anything except for being on some random guy's YouTube stream. Anyways, going back to the more people. Yippee. I mean, it is a nice night. Like I said, it's not too hot, especially if you're not in the direct sunlight. But as you can tell by the shadows, I'm about to get into the exposed area. Yes. But bit of a breeze picking up, so that's nice. So, yeah. So the end of another week, the beginning of a new one. It was kind of, even though, I guess it was a really busy week for me. I ended up watching, was it 5 movies this week, and also a stage play. And I'm gonna go try to tell you all about it. So movies, I saw this French film, very interesting film. Kind of gives me a Carnival of Souls type of vibe. It's called Les Immortels, or Immortales, or whatever. Anyways, it's Immortel. I don't know. I'm not French. The only French I really know is Mon ami, mais oui, merci beaucoup, très bien, ménage à toi. And then, what is that? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I think that's all the French I know. And by the way, even though I know the phrase ménage à trois, my life is more like ménage à une. Oh my god. Anyways, so the movie is very interesting. Like I said, it gives me a kind of a Carnival of Souls vibe, even though I wouldn't consider it horror. It's more kind of like a psychological drama. It's about a man who is a professor in Turkey, or Turkey now, I guess. And he's a Frenchman, and he's new. He's got about a month to kind of acclimate himself before he starts his job. And he's trying to find the city where his house is that he's going to be living in. And so he's trying to get directions from some people, and he meets this woman who speaks French, and she gives him a ride to his place, and he's immediately smitten with her and her allure. And what follows is just this sort of really disjointed narrative about, I would say, obsession, because he becomes really obsessed with her, and how she basically telling him about, this place, everything is faked, it's all a facade. There's kind of these undertones of human trafficking, and especially of beautiful women. And so he gets involved with her, and then he becomes separated from her, and he goes kind of he gets kind of obsessed trying to track her down, and things start to be weird, as if she didn't exist, and things like that. And it's a strange film, an eerie film, but really what makes this movie stand out more is that the way it's shot. The narrative is kind of disjointed, but the people in the background, they kind of are still, and when the characters move, they would turn to, as if the main characters are always being watched, and that the people around them are just actors or just pieces of this place. And it really creates this sort of dread feeling and this sort of surrealist feeling, which definitely elevates the film. Because I could say without some of that elements, it might be considered to be a little boring. But anyways, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty interesting watch. So that's Le Immortel, closed for the season. Wow, really? I guess, it's getting pretty, I don't know, overgrown on that side. Maybe they're just closing that, keep people from accidentally falling into the muck. We'll see how it is on the other side. So that's the first movie I watched. And then I watched a movie that just, on the other side of the spectrum, defies all logic, and it actually has a featurette on the Blu-ray. The featurette's title is The Stupidest Movie Ever Made, and that movie is Surf 2, The End of the Trilogy. And so I don't know if there was ever a Surf 1, and I think maybe that's the joke, but this movie is dumb. But it's dumb in a way that I like it. But yes, it's nonsensical and it's crazy. And basically it's about these group of surfer friends at this school, and their classmates are being kidnapped and then turned into these zombies. And it has something to do with this Buzz Cola, and also some nerd who wants revenge against the surfers for some reason or another. So yeah, it is bonkers. It is crazy. It makes no sense. It's stupid. There's a lot of jokes. I find it, some of it's funny. It's very hit or miss. Wow, there is a deer in the muck. How interesting. Hello, deer. I don't know if you see the deer right there. But, what's up, deer? Oh my gosh, there's like 2 of them. I'm just like enjoying the stuff here. You don't have to be all worried. I try to see if there's any turtles basking. Probably not this late. But, yeah, don't attack me, bro. Anyways. I'm just gonna go. How's it going? Don't be rabid though. I'm just like a dude. Yeah. Anyways, now I gotta like watch my back. I don't want to be like accidentally like bucked into the green slime that is the pond now. Very nice, but yeah, you can see where we need some more water. We need water. We need more rain. Need a lot more rain. But all right, I'm gonna head back over that way. But it's nice talking to you. You guys, stay cool, okay? Oh dear. Yeah, I guess deer don't really care if they get muck on their legs. It'll just kind of dry off and they'll shake it off. Unlike us humans, we get muck on our legs, we're kind of like, oh god, where's some shower? Take a bath. Anyways, back to Surf 2 and its craziness. It's zany, it's goofball, it's definitely 80s. Also very inappropriate and has just a whole bunch of ridiculousness. And yes, for all of those who are wondering, yeah, there is a fair share of nudity. So there you go. So yeah, quintessential 80s comedy type movie, except it's just insane, just crazy. But I liked it. It's stupid, it's dumb. Like I would rate it like 2 out of 5. Just because of how stupid it is and nonsensical, but it's definitely entertaining. The enjoyment factor is like about a 4 out of 5 for me. But if I were to like really think about it artistically, yeah, it's dumb, it's bad. But anyways, so that was the second movie I watched. The third movie was a kind of straight to video 80s slasher, kind of late 80s slasher, and that was Blood Rage. And it's kind of ridiculous. Basically it starts out they're at a drive-in and these twin kids are pretending to be asleep in the back of the station wagon that their mom was in with this guy that I guess he's dating, not the father. I don't know. Anyways, the kids sneak out, and the one kid finds like someone took a pickup truck and there's like a hatchet there, so he grabs the hatchet, and then he finds this pair of lovers doing their thing at the drive-in, and he takes the hatchet to the guy's face several times, and then he hands the hatchet to his twin brother, puts all kinds of blood on his face, and basically blamed him. And so for like 10 whatever years, everyone thought that he was the killer. He got put into an insane asylum, but he escapes, and this was the perfect opportunity for the real killer to start killing again and blame it on his twin brother. I guess, he was pretty bored for the last 10 years not being able to kill people. So he had a lot of pent up homicidal rage and decided to kill a whole bunch of people in a whole lot of crazy mutilating type ways. And really the saving grace is not just the wackiness of the killer. The saving grace probably more the gore effects, like you get decapitation, we get some facial reconstruction surgery via implements, sharp implements. And so, you know, those are the things that I always appreciate and enjoy. They take the time to make those practical effects and do it on screen for the most part. And yeah, someone got chopped in half, and yeah, it's really fun, gory 80s slasher, and I enjoyed it. So definitely something I would like to watch again. You know, get some friends, have some drinks, and then just, you know, enjoy cheesy 80s slasher. I mean, it's like a sweet spot type movie, you know? Guilty pleasure, I guess. I don't know. But definitely fun type of movie. So let's see. So that was that movie. So then also the last two movies I watched, I basically finished up the Hunger Games quadrilogy, I guess they would be called, even though technically one is one movie split into two. So I don't know if you would consider that a trilogy or whatever, but anyways, finish up the story. Kind of got away from the whole Hunger Games aspect in those last two films and more about revolutionary politics and propaganda and, you know, meet the new boss, same as the old boss type of things going on there. You know, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, but I enjoyed them. They're not gonna be in my top 10 or 50, but definitely enjoyable. Definitely have their good points. And they weren't boring, so that was good. Kind of like a really happy ending, kind of almost a little sappy. But I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get a lot of the kind of inner workings of the Capitol. I wanted to see kind of Snow more, his reactions to the moves of the rebels and the moves of the Mockingjay, and get a little bit more back and forth, maybe get a little bit more political intrigue in there. But, you know, they're long movies, and I guess, you know, they couldn't make like 7 of them. So maybe the books have a bit more of that. I don't know. But like I said, overall, enjoyable. I was saying last week, you know, based on only watching the first two, that I was kind of, you know, relating a lot to the PETA character. Oh man, the porcupines climbing the fence. Hey, what's up, dude? You having fun hanging out? Literally. Oh, now he's coming down. It's Quilber. Yeah. That's some fun stuff. I know some people will be like, "Oh, it's cruel to have the animal caged up like that." Well, the problem is, you know, he doesn't have the skills to live in the wild, because I believe, yeah, if I read this right, he was found, yeah, at a really young age, and so, you know, but it's really cool. See him all active. Usually just kind of sitting there, but get that exercise, right? All right. Anyways, and then there we go. We got the turkey vultures just kind of hanging out. Oh, is it Quilber going back into, yep, get the exercise done. Now it's time to take a nap. Going back into the little house. Nifty. Get the, what is it? I think this is the red-tailed hawk, or the red, right here. Red-tailed hawk, yep. How's it going? I know you got a little reflective screen there. Buddy. Hey, buddy. My God, I do that joke every time. There you go, you can see. Anyways. They're all rescues. The osprey. Oh, hello, chipmunk. Osprey, not river. Not out and about. And then, I hope Georgia is all right. I don't really see him. This is in that corner or whatever. Normally just up in there, but I don't see. That's kind of concerning. Well, we see the bobcat. Will the bobcat be out today? The answer is yes. There's the bobcat. Right there. Yeah. Big fella. This is a rare sighting. Usually, I don't see the cat. There you are. It's probably because it's not like a billion degrees like it has been. Apollo, the bobcat. What's up, Apollo? Not Apollo Creed, though. So, hey, that was fun. It was nice talking to the animals. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, like the Hunger Games. Oh yeah, character. I was relating a lot to Peeta from the based on the first two movies. The whole just in love with a woman who seems to be in love with somebody else, and you're brought together by these forces. And then it's like it felt like he was being set up as he has to sacrifice himself so that the main character can rise and also be with the person that she's meant to be with, which would have been Gale. And apparently that's not how things happen. I mean, spoiler alert for this old movie, but that's not how things happen. So I guess I don't relate to him as much because spoiler, he gets the girl, and God knows that's not me. I might get the girl briefly, but then I lose the girl. Anyways, should I go to the wigwam or to the farm? I don't know. We'll head towards the farm. Anyways, So yeah, finished up those movies. And then, of course, I saw a stage play. And stage play was A Raisin in the Sun, which is a very interesting stage play. I didn't really think I was going to enjoy it, but I ended up really enjoying it. Definitely very relatable, the human elements of kind of struggling to get by, dealing with adversity, trying to find your place, your dreams, and what happens when, things happen that cause you to, lose your dreams in one way or another. It's about a family, I believe, in the 40s, living on the south side of Chicago, and the patriarch of the family has died, and they're getting an inheritance check of $10,000, which, back then is quite a lot of money. And so there's kind of this discussion about like what should be done with this check. So the mother, of course, it's hers, and she's got the final decision, but she's got two children, a son who is married and has a son of his own, and then there's a daughter who's in college studying or wants to become a doctor. And so there's kind of this back and forth. The son has this idea about investing, getting a business of his own. He wants to operate liquor store or maybe multiple liquor stores. And of course, the mom is really not into that. Kind of like, she's a very traditional Christian woman. So she doesn't want to be peddling booze to people. That stuff's poison. And so, that's always a concern. Oh, some people. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hello. All right. So, we get a little gorge action there. A little slope down. Anyways, so, he wants to invest that money and start that, and it's his dream to be someone more than just, he's a chauffeur, God. And, him and his wife have been kind of distant lately, and, I think he's feeling like, he's definitely getting that midlife crisis thing going on, and he's trying to, like, reinvent himself, trying to get... trying to, become like his own man in a way. So interesting. Of course, the sister. The idea is, use some of that money so that she can go to medical school, get her dream of becoming a doctor. And she's kind of involved with this rich fellow, but she doesn't really, she's likes him, but not like totally into him and stuff like that. And now I'm gonna have to turn around. No, there's gotta be like a roundabout way to get back onto the trails through the farm. But anyways, so that's kind of like the main thing, and because of the kind of like there's a bit of a family strife because of these opposing viewpoints. The mother is really afraid of the family falling apart, and so she ultimately comes up with a decision as a way to try to pull everyone together and sort of unify the family. And things happen, and it's just really interesting. Also, should mention, wow, there's just deer right in the street. And that usually happens. Actually, there was a bunch of deer last night when I was driving down to head to the theater, and yeah, it was like a huge herd of deer. It's crazy. Anyways, so I also should mention, so deer aside, I should also mention that got a person. Oh. Alright, so we're out on the farm. Switch already, okay. On the farm here. Should be able to get back onto the trails from here somewhere. So as I mentioned, another aspect of this play is that the family is a black family, so they have to deal with identity and prejudice, especially in the later parts when the mother decides what to do. And what I really like about the play is that there are things that I identify with in each of the characters. I mean, I identify with the brother, the whole thing about trying to find your dream, trying to make something of yourself, trying to be more than you were, so to speak. Trying to find your place, trying to be your own man. I mean, it hit close and home because it's like, except for the fact that he's got a wife and kid. I don't, but observation point. So anyways, back to what I was saying before. Really related to him and that kind of struggle, midlife crisis type stuff. Yeah, it's another thing. And trying not to feel kind of like a lesser man, not to feel like a loser. And especially he, makes a big mistake in this play and kind of loses himself, which I completely relate to that. I've lost myself before. But I also kind of identify with the sister, going to college, trying to, escape the I guess the situation that you're in, try to get a career and whatnot, but yeah. I mean, that's probably about as all I identify with, because she's kind of in the African liberation, talking about people being assimilators, which is like, oh, assimilate the dominant culture is like, Thomas Sowell has a very interesting thing about that when it comes to like assimilation and dominant culture. Um, and Thomas Sowell, really great mind, and points out that a lot of problems was in the Deep South. A lot of cultural assimilation that was taking place was assimilating the culture of the redneck. And that was not really a good target for assimilating culturally, because the rednecks were not a successful part of society, and they were kind of an ignorant part of society, and they were and so, and of course, the problem with, of course, a large population being in the South, like northern black people during that time, culturally assimilated with the northerners that were more successful, and they were a whole lot more successful than southern black folk. And he points out that the reason is because of that cultural assimilation. The northern populations assimilated successful culture, while the southern population sort of assimilated a less successful or culture. Is this actually the path? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Anyways, Thomas Sowell, really, really interesting person. Economics, sociology. I would highly suggest reading him. He is a very, very astute individual. Anyways, so moving on. Then I relate to the mother. The idea of like keeping the family together, harmony, trying to honor the legacy of her late husband. And just, very traditional. And there is a lot that people can get and learn and benefit from tradition. And so, there's always this sort of battle between traditionalism and sort of progressivism. And, each has its merits, but one would say that, tradition has its place, as well as also progress does. But, there is a sort of discipline within traditionalism that helps keep society together and in line. But there's also, traditionalism does give us a connection with our past. It gives us a connection to our roots, to our culture. And when we try to, stop tradition, downplay tradition, avoid tradition, we are losing out on that sort of cultural heritage, that connection to the past, the connection of who we are, and what we've done, what we've achieved. And so, yeah, I think there's importance to that. But that doesn't mean all traditions are good. That means, and some should be forgotten, but still, it's good to connect to where you've come from. Help give you an idea of how far you've come, and how much further you still have yet to go without that sort of traditional context, it's hard to understand how far you've come, where you are, things like that. So, anyways, but overall, it was a very enjoyable show. And, the reason I went, of course, is because my friend was in it. They're still in it. They've got 4 more performances to go, but I watched their first performance, and they did a spectacular job. They were excellent. Actually, the whole cast was excellent. Kudos to them. They really worked hard. I know that they really worked hard because I was privy to some of the comings and goings. Not like intimately privy, but I mean, I've heard and whatnot, but no, they were really excellent. And my friend also really excellent, amazing job. So proud of them. And yeah, so it was really, really cool experience, and I'm glad I did it. And I mean, this is the first time I had the opportunity to see them on stage acting. I seen the small part that they were in a movie, and I know that this person's mom played this sort of song. I only heard like a little bit of it, but it was quite nice. Anyways, Been about 42 minutes. Dang, almost 8 o'clock. Which means the sun start getting kind of low. Anyways, lost most of my audience, or all of my audience probably. Hey Bug, you're supposed to be not on my phone. Dang it, should have sprayed the phone. Anyways, so yeah, it was a pretty busy week, pretty good week. Got a bunch of time off that I'm taking, so I had Friday off, and I'm gonna have this next coming Friday off. So this coming week, hopefully work won't be really bad. Be able to make it through those 4 days. Thursday night I've got to, we're probably, I don't know if we're gonna nail it down, but one of my friends from the guys' night is making his own game, and he wants my expertise because it's kind of like horror based, and of the group, the friend group, I am the expert on the horror and the macabre. So I'm really looking forward to working with him on that game, getting some concepts. Basically, most of what I'm going to be doing is more flavor-wise. So, making sure the horror flavor is on par. And, hopefully, if he gets the game made and, published and people like it, I can get maybe my first credit on something, a little collaborative. Whew, going up those steps. This might be a good spot to have a drink and rest my legs for a little bit. Whew. I mean, not steep, but definitely, plus I'm super out of shape. So let's sit here, my bag. Oh boy. So I'm excited to see, what can happen with that. Otherwise, not too much is going to happen this week, you know. Hang out with the guys, play some games, watch some movies over the weekend. Who knows? I mean, who knows? Maybe something, maybe I'll do something else. Who knows? So, you know, back on me here. Get my drink. So all in all, it was a good week, and I'm hoping that this week is good too. And yeah, emotionally, of course, you know, you can still see a deer over there. You know, kind of the same as I always am. You know, dealing with things and stuff and things. But mostly been in a good mood. Last night was nice. After the play, I went, sat on my porch, or not my porch, but sat in my front yard on my swing, and just swung for about an hour, because it was a cool night, but I had kind of like this long sleeve shirt and tie on, so I was sitting there all dressed up and just kind of like chilling, enjoying the night and its beauty and its solitude, and, you know, thinking about stuff, which is always dangerous. Stop thinking about stuff. Stop thinking about stuff. Because every time I think about stuff, my thoughts always come around to the same things. Oh, what? Someone actually commented in chat. Oh, it's my sister-in-law. Hey, what's up? How's it going? All right. I think I'm done with the water, the quick rest. So let me put this back into the bag. Always be prepared when you're going hiking. Bring yourself some supplies, and in a backpack's nice because, you know, you can store all that stuff. Just buttoning this thing up, snapping it. Back on. Makes it easier. Except now, you know, your back is all sweaty, especially when it's warm out. But tonight's another beautiful night, honestly, or evening. It's even not night yet, but evening. Anyways, switch it up. Look at that big knot. That big knot. This tree's got balls. Quite the sack on that tree. All right, I was not thinking what you were thinking. Get your minds out of the gutter, people. Anyways, yes, Blandford is looking very nice today. The pond though is looking a little in need for some more precipitation. The pond is pretty low, pretty mucky. But anyways, so everyone starts leaving, unleaving, whatever. Anyways, you know, mood is as good as it can be when I'm still struggling with my feelings and certain people, and the hopes and the despair that are hand in hand with that, because it's like sometimes you feel like, well, maybe, and then other times you feel like, nope, definitely not. And it's kind of a roller coaster emotionally, but it is what it is. One day I might find my place, and I might find, my partner one day. I hope, I pray, I dream, I wish. I just wish it was like, sooner rather than later. But sometimes miracles take their sweet time. But anyways, other than that, like I said, generally good mood, generally feeling all right. Just, gotta get in shape. I know exercise is not a good way to lose weight. Diet is. Exercise actually only, yep, it's a tree. Yep, that was a tree back there. Another tree. Lots of trees. Anyways. God, what was I talking about? Things and stuff. Stuff and things. Oh no, I've already seen the animals on the trail. Actually, Apollo the bobcat was out. I was really surprised, because normally you don't see Apollo out. And, they were just chilling on the ground, probably enjoying the not hot weather. And then Quilber, the porcupine, was climbing the cage. I was getting their exercise. And then after climbing back down, went into his little hut. But yeah, the turkey vultures were just kind of sitting there chilling. The red-tailed hawk was sitting there. I didn't see the osprey or Georgia. So hopefully they're taken in for care and not not bad things. But anyways, so yeah. But yeah, end of another week, and August is almost to the halfway point in August. Can you believe that? Yeah, the turkey vultures are pretty chill. But yeah, geez, where's this year going? Pretty soon it'll be September, and I gotta get my butt in gear on those 31 nights that will be coming up in Halloween or October. But yeah. Sometimes I feel like there's just not enough hours in the day. Too many things. Gotta do too many things. Yeah. Now they wanted you to leave your shoes so that they could play with them. Anyways, oh. Of course, it's that time of the evening when I walk by the school, and there should be like a ton of deer in the soccer field. So we're starting to head back to the entrance or exit, depending on your point of view. Do 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 do. I think the deer have left that area, playing around in the muck. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, the trails were, kind of busy, but I bet you that the highlands were probably full of people because it's such a nice night. Evening. Not yet, but to go wake up early, go to work tomorrow, find out what kind of horrible mess awaits me, because I had Friday off, so God knows all the stuff that wasn't done that I would normally do, and no one's gonna pick up the slack in my absence, so shoot. Isn't that just life, right? But so I'll show you like how overrun and mucky the pond is. They've actually closed this entrance to it because it's just too easy to. Hey, you're not supposed to bike in here. No. Seriously, you're not supposed to bike in here. You gotta. Biking is prohibited. What? What?
I'm not sure if it says that.
Yeah, it does. I will show you. Don't be.
Oh no, I'm a criminal.
I mean, they'll probably confiscate your bike and put you in the bobcat cage. Tell you you got to survive the night. I don't know. I'm sure Apollo is well fed, so would probably just curl up next to you and start purring. Maybe. Anyways.
How far did you went on the trail?
Oh, I went all the way to the farm.
Oh. So
And then back.
Back there?
Yeah, way back there. Yeah, well, see, that's another reason why you shouldn't be
Yeah.
biking, because it's not. So, here we go. I will pipe right here. See, right there. What is that? What is that?
What is that? No bike.
No biking. What is that?
A bike.
Yeah, so it would have been even worse if you were smoking and camping at the same time. You're not supposed to be doing either of those either.
Smoking, camping, and biking.
Nope. Yeah, hey, pay attention. There's a car. Hey, pay attention. Ay, kids. Kids, man. Anyways, that's my nephew. If you didn't already know. But, yeah. What a troublemaker. Are the deer out? Yeah, I saw a bunch of deer.
Right there behind the school.
Ah. Usually there's like 5 or 6.
Not sure there around.
Yeah. And normally this time of night there would be like a whole bunch of them just back in there. So you see there's one way
Oh yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally there's like tons. All right. Well, I'm going back home because I gotta get ready for bed.
Okay.
Wake up early tomorrow.
I never knew that they redid this road. Like I never go down here.
Yeah, they resurfaced a bit of it.
I go more towards the farm than here.
Yeah. End of another day. That sun laser beaming right into my eyes. But it is definitely a pleasant evening. And what the fuck? Sorry. Like pathetic. Anyways. Yeah. I remember when I was a youngin' riding my bike all around the neighborhood. They rode it through the cemetery, which was a great place to ride a bike actually because there's very little traffic. And like the cemeteries actually had quite a few hills and stuff like that. So made for exciting rides. Yeah, he's not quite old enough to attempt to ride to the cemeteries, plus the fact that it's not really a good way of getting there without having to ride in the street. And the streets by the cemetery, those are really busy ones, so yeah. So where I live, it was an easy way to get to the cemetery. Not quite as dangerous. Because I lived right next to the cemetery. I lived in a house by the cemetery. I should go on a bike ride. And maybe one day. Hey, don't mess with the signs.
Blandford Farm that way?
Yeah.
That way.
No, that way.
It's pointing that way. Oh, I'm gonna go to the Blandford Farm.
Well, I mean, so I guess if you're taking like the main road, because then you go down that road there, but you can by foot you can go that other way. So they're probably just doing, hey, watch it, vehicle. Another vehicle. All right. Fun times. Oh, to be a kid again. Be a kid, but have like, my mind, right? Actually, no, it'd probably be bad because no one listened to me. I mean, it's not like people listen to me right now anyways, but it's even worse. I'm making my way back home. Ending another night. End of another week. The beginning of another one. Anyways, well, thanks everyone who was watching, keeping me company during my weekly walk. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the winter because I just don't know. Being out in the winter is kind of rough. But hopefully we got a few months before it gets too miserable. Anyways, I hope you all had a good week. And I wish you nothing but the best in the coming week. Hopefully you have good ones. Stay safe. Stay prosperous. Find contentment and happiness. And yeah, probably would talk to y'all later. But you know, hopefully you guys can find your place, find your dreams, and make them a reality. Live your best lives. People always tell me this, oh, it's not too late. But, you know, don't wait to start chasing that stuff. Don't wait. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. That's why I guess I'm still holding out hope for me. Even though it seems like most of the signs point to the dream not being a reality, but I guess sometimes you just gotta hold on to what hope you have. Drive you forward to the next day. Yeah, that's a helicopter. Anyways, well, got another vehicle. Be careful. Ethan, careful. Ethan. Anyways. Yep. Anyways, I wish you all more success than I have, which is not hard, honestly. Not hard at all. But maybe one day I'll be more successful and then it will be difficult for you to have as much or more. But until then, it's time to bid you all adieu. And once again, thanks for walking with me and listening to me, and some of you talking to me. And I will catch you later. Stay sexy, internet. And I will see you when I see you, I guess. Hopefully. It'd be really bad if this is like the last thing I do before I die. Now that I say that, I'm sorry. I guess I bequeath all my debt to the U.S. government. They can handle that. Anyways, good night. Good luck, Godspeed, all that stuff. And I'm out.